Hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel where I talk about all things planning, journaling and stationeries. As you can see, we have so many in front of us. Today's video, I want to share my current situation in terms of my journey to planner peace. And I started this channel to document my journey to planner peace. So today's video is a bit of kind of experimental phase. To be honest, I don't really know what I'm doing in terms of my planning situation, but I must tell you that currently for like the past 2-3 weeks, I have been in a complete chaos, and this is one of the footage. I don't know, one day I will look at this video and feels like, oh, what a crazy situation I was in. I hope to be in a planner piece situation to look back to this video. But today's video is kind of chaotic, just sharing where I am in terms of my planner setup. So the situation is, silly thing is, my previous video that was uploaded a week ago is setting my July Filofax video. I really enjoyed filming it, I really enjoyed preparing it, but even at that time, I wasn't quite sure. So just a recap, I will put the link on the card if you want to go in depth with my Filofax setup for July. But so what I was doing, I am in a completely chaotic situation in terms of weekly planning. So I took my nolty, the one that I started using early this year, and I'm now kind of experimenting using this as my main planner, like using the calendar and using this simple weekly setup, and then using Filofax for my, I really like this daily page that I do almost every day. So now I'm kind of debating if I really like to keep planner here in Filofax or if the combination works. So it's been like a week I've been experimenting, not maybe less than a week, but I'm kind of debating if it's a good idea to kind of separate it. I mean, in my brain, planner is a planner, so I'm just kind of planning things ahead. It's just a plan. And then daily is more related to what actual thing that I want to do, if I have done it or not. And I also do a bit of journaling to fill up the space. So for me, separating planner and memory keeping / journaling is okay. So one side is thinking about the future, the other side is putting the fact, putting my thought. So this is future, this is not the past, but the present moment / past. So I thought this combination would work for me, but I don't know. So to be very, very honest, I've been in chaotic mode for 3 weeks. That is why I actually shared 4 different types of weekly that I used in June. So that's my previous video. And I'm just so tired of thinking about what to use and what to do with especially the weekly situation. And on top of this, I'm kind of coming back to where my ring started. So this was kind of like, this is my current main planner, and I really like the flexibility, how I can find some inserts to use. I can just simply print it at home, cut it. I really like the cutting and punching phase, so I'm okay with that part. But I am not quite sure if I really like the archive. So here I am back with my binder. So I have shared this in my other video, but I bought this very simple binder to document what I want to keep from my Filofax. And I'm just keeping the fact part. So I really like this simple weekly log that I do to just map out and see how I am using my time. And so this is here, and then I'm also keeping my dailies. So this is my intention to keep only like the fact side. So those are the 2 items that I'm keeping here. But maybe I have been in a bound book planner forever that I don't know, I feel like this is just a paper. Somehow it's not like stable enough, or it's just a paper to be honest. So I'm thinking like if I accumulate much more and more, maybe it looks better. But so far this looks a bit just a loose papers. I don't know if you know what I mean. So it's not really stable for me. And being a Hobonichi Mega guard for 6 years, I am kind of debating if I want to continue doing it here. Like part of me, this is the daily from my Japan trip. But part of me kind of, I don't want to say regret because I really enjoyed it, but part of me is kind of feels sad that this is kept in paper. I feel like I should have kept this somewhere more, I don't know, like stable, proper notebook situation. Like had it been, I don't know, Traveler's Notebook, one of the refills, or it could have been just part of my Hobonichi Hon. So now I am kind of debating if I want to continue with like my daily plan, the one that I want, daily log, that one that I want to like keep for a long time. I'm very happy with having some like calendars weekly to be in this paper, and then by the end of the year, it can just go. So I'm okay with that part. But when it comes to memory keeping, I am debating if I really like this just a paper situation, or I want to use more like a solid notebook, if you know what I mean. So now I am in a weekly chaos situation, and then now my daily is also unstable situation, and I am lost with what to do in moving forward. So that's the current situation. And one thing to add to all the chaos is that I got this Traveler's Notebook Kyoto edition, and I really like it, and I really want to use it more often, so that this leather is so fresh. So every time something touches it, I can see, it's getting a bit of a scratch. And compared to this 10-year-old one, it really is very young. So I want to like use them more often. So now I am kind of debating if there's a way I can use this more. And that's where I am. So now I'm kind of leaning towards book bounds for memory keeping, so that I can store them nicely in a book situation. And here it is. So now I am kind of thinking maybe I should experiment if this would work as my main everyday carry. And I want to share with you these 2 inserts that I made out of impulse. So this one, I actually made this YouTube short, but when I was in like crazy mode where I felt like I need something that looks like a notebook rather than a paper, I just chopped some printing paper that was sitting around in the house and put this cover, or it's not even a cover, it's just a, how do you call it, the paper booklet that I got from Traveler's Company as a cover. So this is very rough cut, I must say. In terms of quality, I'm not very happy with it, but this is kind of giving me a good idea how the inserts will look like. Also, it gave me a good idea that it's very difficult to make a notebook, especially the pages are quite a lot. So this has 64 pages. I tried to make the one that same as the official insert. So I tried it, but the cutting was difficult, and how the cutting turned out, and when it is folded, how it's kind of coming out, it's definitely not the best quality, or it's actually the least bad quality, I would say. But still, I'm just seeing it in a book bound and kind of imagining archiving a few books like this at the end of the year is giving a bit of like a hope or like a peace to my mind. So what I did is, so I was in a very confused situation when it comes to weekly. So I printed the weeklies. This is a beautiful, simple one from Analog Alicia. And I just counted how many weeks we have until the end of the year. And here it is. Since it's week on one page, it was only like half of this. So the cutting was simple, and not punching, this stapling was easier. So it turned out to be a bit nicer than the first attempt. So there are two. And today, I don't know if it's a good idea, if this is going to confuse me, but I also want to make one daily insert so that we can see how it looks like, if I like it. And now that July is happening, I see so many people in a planner community doing 30 days challenge to stick with one planner. So I am kind of tempted to do it with Traveler's Notebook. I am feeling a bit worried if I can like not regret continuing with my Filofax, but maybe it's a good experiment to do it. I'm just gonna call it for 30 days. It's just a month. See if I like it or not. I mean, the refills are just the cut paper, so it's not really beautiful way to stock my days. So this is just an experiment, but I'm just trying to see if I can fit my weekly and daily in here and kind of compare whether I like this style or that style. So here we are with my big paper cutter, the printed paper, the format I really like. I did not want to put too much effort, so I just printed my own inserts, the one that I made for personal size. This is like to fit to the paper size, because the Traveler's Notebook size is just this in A4 paper, so all I need to do is just cut it and fold it in half. And I also have this deconstructed booklet from Traveler's Company. I have already used two, so I'm thinking to use, let's see, maybe this. It's either this or that. Maybe this. This is pretty colorful though. Or the other way around like this. Oh, I really wish this is in front, but we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, like I said, this is an experiment. If I really like it, and if I really like it, I don't think I'm going to use this DIY situation. I know some people are very good at DIYing or very okay with the quality, but for me, I don't even know the size. Let's see. So I am not a very strict person in terms of like measuring. So all I'm doing is just to see how it looks like, and I want to cut it slightly smaller than this cover, because that's the mistake I did with my very first attempt. So when it is folded, the paper actually come out a bit because it's kind of squashed. So I should be careful to cut it a bit more inward compared to the cover. Oh, but it's gonna be very edgy. Okay. Let's see. Should I do it all together, or should I think doing it all together is better, but it makes it a little difficult to cut. Yeah, let's do half. 5. To be honest, I'm not very good at this paper cutter. I wish if I had like something a bit more smaller, which looks easy to cut when I see on like YouTube. But this was the only option available here, so here we are with the very big guillotine. Okay, beauty of standard size is all I need to do is just cut top and bottom compared to other size, like personal size, where I need to like cut a bit more. So there's less complication. Oh, this is going to be very difficult to cut the second half. Let's see if I can do it. So as I'm just working on it, I'm just gonna chat a bit, but one of the things that excites me as using this traveler's notebook is I feel like I really enjoy, I don't want to say in past tense, I really enjoy the flexibility of ring planner, that I can just add whatever I want and delete if I make mistake, or that flexibility is nice. But on the other hand, like for anything, like for dressing up, when there are too much options, there are just too many things to think about. And I feel like maybe it's been 3-4 months that I've been with the planner, that I have like accumulated a lot of formats from online. And yes, it's fun, but on the other hand, maybe it was becoming a bit too much of an overwhelm, and like decision fatigue was real. So I am thinking, I mean, like switching to this style, the book bound, is, I'm already thinking like, how am I going to fit that in, and like how can I add something, because to be honest, I don't really know how to add. I can only do like same printing, and like, so one notebook would be exactly the same format. I can't do like this on this side and then do another thing on this side, which is very easy with the ring, because all I need to do is just take it out, add, and all the things. So this feels like a bit of a constraint. But on the other hand, maybe I should kind of stop from adding so many things. I was just thinking this morning that, like, ironically, my YouTube channel name is minimalish.journal, but to be honest, I am far from being minimalist these days. So yeah, I'm still hoping if I do 1 month in one book, it would give me not only it would give me an idea how it looks like if I really want to move on, or it would go back to see what's pro and con for moving to this notebook style. And yeah, I'm hoping if I can find a bit of more clarity on what I want, since as we all do, I am already kind of thinking about 2025 lineup. This year I feel like I have expanded too much, and if I continue like this, I have too many things to archive in the end. So I'll have my Hobonichi 1 page a day, and then I have this daily, and I have the vertical log. So yes, it is a bit too much even to keep up. So I'm slowly thinking about moving into oops, the camera's moving. I'm slowly thinking of moving into kind of settling into a limited system. So I don't have a very nice stapler, so this is just a very normal one. And it will be off camera, but I will be punching where the original stapler was on the, like a cushion thing that I have, and I will come back with it. So I'm back. I just stapled like this on the soft surface. So unfortunately it didn't come out in exact position that I wanted, but let's see. Ta-da! Here we are. Apologies for my camera's kind of wobbly because I'm cutting and working here. It's just I cannot fix my camera properly. But this is what it looks like. Ooh, it's actually nice here. And this is exactly the same format that I've been using here. So it is slightly bigger, I must say, and the grid has also gotten bigger, but I'm sure it's okay. And I quite like the view. So to be honest, this stapling is not perfect, so of course it's not like beautifully done, but I think for my 30 days challenge to stay in one notebook, this is good enough. So let's see, I'm excited. So as a final thought, I am still thinking I still have a couple of days to July, or I might kind of postpone starting my 30 days challenge to mid-July until I get some clarity. But the idea is to use one traveler's notebook for a main everyday carry. Of course, I will keep my home going because that's more of journaling side, but I am hoping this book-bound style would give me a little piece, little restriction, which is actually nice maybe. So I will have this 1 page 1 week, and then I also have my daily, and then I have this one is from the official vertical setup that I really enjoyed recently. Oh, I haven't updated this week, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So I'm gonna have this in here, and this is, like I said, not a very beautiful notebook, but I might just use it for my daily journaling. Or I'm actually thinking of resuming my morning pages, so that can be actually happen here to really limit the number of notebooks that I carry around. Yeah, so that's where I am. Even as I am speaking, I am not sure, I must say. But I feel like doing a bit of experiment is a good opportunity for me to kind of be away from this very, very flexible planner and decide how I want to do my daily in the future. Ooh, but it's actually looking very nice. So yeah, maybe this is one of the solutions, and I think this is the beauty of experimenting. I'm not saying like we need to pick one and then stick to it forever, but this is like being in a very flexible planner has actually given me more insight on what I really want to do, what I want to document, or how I want to document. So this is like a step 2 that I noticed that when it comes to memory planning, memory keeping, I rather want something a bit more book-ish. But this is still a bookish. So I don't know, compared to like Hobonichi Mega or other book-bound proper notebooks, this looks a bit, this sounds like kind of in between. So it's not as just paper as a ring planner's inserts, but not as concrete as proper book-bound planner. So maybe this is a good in-between solution or experiment that I can do to see what I really like. So thank you very much for watching this video. Today's video might have been a bit too wobbly, and also even emotionally I've been a bit confused at the moment, so I don't know if I was clear, but this is a part of the journey to my planner piece. So thank you very much for joining, and I will keep you updated how the 30-day challenge goes. Bye!